Mike Dean just opened the Utopia briefcase that we've been talking about for the past 2 weeks and that plays a really important role in the rollout for Utopia or Topia or Travis' new album, Just That. So today we gotta take a look at that and let's jump straight into this. If you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe and become part of this community. Oh, and also go cop that fresh merch and listen to my new songs in the description. Real quick, if you don't want to listen to this, make sure to skip 10 seconds into the future, but you can now sign up for my free newsletter with the first link in the description. It comes every Sunday and details everything that's been happening in hip-hop, so make sure to do that. So for everybody that knows about the briefcases, skip to this timestamp right here if you just want to know about the new news, but I'm just gonna go over the basics real quick because we got to get everybody caught up to date that maybe just, found this video and wants to know how this all connects in the rollout. So let's start with the basics. Travis has been seen with bodyguards like 2 weeks ago, maybe a week ago, walking around with a briefcase with the name Utopia or apostrophe Topia handcuffed to his bodyguard's wrists. Now we've seen this with a couple of bodyguards, and this plays a really big role in a couple of the theories that we've been making about this album, like for example that this thing might be a double album because it says Topia on the briefcase, and also in one of the pictures the license plate of the truck he's stepping out of also just says Topia. So we had the theory that maybe this might be a double album with Utopia and Dystopia. If you've watched my prior videos, you know about this, and I recommend one video called The Double Album that gives you more information and a deep dive on what we know about this. The next thing that we know about this briefcase is that we've seen The Weeknd with it, stepping out of a car, out of his Maybach, and so we kind of knew that maybe that this would be the way that he would be rolling out the features for this album, because we've seen the security guard of The Weeknd that is also there with him, together with this Utopia briefcase handcuffed to his wrist as well. So people were saying, okay, everybody that's going to be featured on the album is going to have a picture with the Topia briefcase, and that's kind of the genius of this whole marketing, for the rollout. And I gotta say, with the briefcases, a lot of theories have been made, a lot of people have been talking about this. I dropped a video a couple of days ago going over the mystery of this briefcase, so if you want to know my take on what might be inside this thing, then make sure to go check out that video. Also, what's interesting is that Travis took the briefcase with him to Cannes, France, to the music festival, the legendary music festival in Cannes, and there we got a picture of him actually opening the briefcase. And this was very interesting because we made speculations about what could be inside this thing. Is this connected to the A24 movie script that he's kind of rolling out that also has the title Utopia, Topia, Dystopia? We don't really know. How is this connected to this? As I said, I go into a full dive in this in my latest video about the mystery of the briefcase, but we saw him open it there. And then now to connect it to Mike Dean is very interesting because we got a tweet from Mike Dean on May 28th where he just tweeted, "In possession of the Topia case." So here he confirmed two things. First of all, that it's Topia and not Utopia, and that he is now in possession of this thing. So if Mike Dean gets this and he's the one responsible for mixing and mastering this project, then that means we're about to get this album. And a couple of very, kind of diligent people pointed out that Mike Dean also got the hard drive for Astroworld on July 12th, 2018, and the album only dropped 3 weeks later on August 3rd. So that means that once Mike Dean gets this thing, we're only a couple of weeks away from the release. And of course, we got theories about the release date for Utopia, like June 23rd or June 30th, if we take into consideration the changes that have been made to the Billboard fan pack bundle rules and how it connects to the first week sales that they're collecting. So we might see this dropping on June 30th, now that we've also kind of gotten some info that Uzi might be dropping the pink tape on the 23rd, but more, I go more in that in my new videos that are coming out in the pink tape, so make sure you subscribe for those if if you're a Uzi fan. Now, just to kind of give some background to this, kind of character, Mike Dean, and the role he plays in the rollout for this thing, he's been the main person that has been giving us some info about this thing. He was the first one that tweeted or Instagrammed about this thing being called Utopia and posted pictures of this, how he's mixing and mastering this entire thing. So we know that he's one of the main characters in the rollout, and that he's one that knows the role he plays in the Travis community and in the way that people, kind of look at this album and be like, oh, Mike Dean is someone that is very close to the source of this. And of course, him now having this Utopia case, that could mean a lot of things. And then today, only a couple of hours ago, we got this post right here. You can see his Instagram, and he says, "What's in the case? #music for the future." And you can see that he's holding the Utopia case and opening it. And of course, he knows very well what he's doing with this. I think this whole rollout is planned so well that of course Travis and his entire team, including Mike Dean, know what they're doing, and they know that maybe even if nothing is in the case, they know people are going to go crazy about this because they're fans and they make speculations just like me. But I believe that as part of the beauty of being a community and being, fans of an artist that we all love. So what's inside the case? I answered that in my video I dropped 2-3 days ago. I think it's going to be the album, like actually the hard drive. That's where Mike Dean received it, but also maybe something connected to the thing, like a documentary, the A24 movie, something like that. Otherwise, Travis wouldn't have opened it in Cannes. What's also interesting is that Mike Dean right now is in Europe. He tagged Lisbon, Portugal as the location for this post. We know that that's where the premiere for The Idol, his joint kind of soundtrack, and he's working very closely with The Weeknd, who's starring in that series. So that's likely why he's there. But, just to imagine Mike Dean, it seems like he's in some sort of hotel right here, mixing and mastering Utopia in that hotel. It's just a funny thought to me. So Mike Dean has once again proven that he's gonna be very important in the rollout of this entire thing. I think Mike Dean's a cool guy. I like the way that he's kind of handling his role, and I like the way that he also keeps us very mysterious. And they, as I said, they know very well what they're doing. They know how they can keep the fans' attention. They know that the fans are going crazy about any news on Utopia. As you can see, me too, as I said. And honestly, at this point, I think this thing is dropping on the 30th. I mean, I've dropped so many videos on Utopia, and kind of just my overall feeling also about the Billboard rules, as I said, just kind of give me the feeling that it's going to be dropping on the 30th. That's, kind of thinking like that. Let me know what y'all think about this though. Do y'all think Mike Dean is finally done with the Utopia mixing, with the Utopia mixing mastering process? Do you think it's going to be dropping very soon? I do think so, and I want to know what y'all think about this. Mike Dean giving us yet another hint, giving us yet another funny detail of him just kind of playing his role in the marketing scheme of this entire thing. Let me know all your thoughts and your theories about this in the comments down below. If you watched this video to the end and liked it, and you want to stay up to date with all current hip-hop events and releases, make sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, hit that like button, and go follow my social media, and most importantly, join my Discord in the description. Until the next one, you'll have an incredible day, and y'all take care.